Welcome, cherished seeker of profound wisdom, to an unparalleled transformative odyssey unlike any you have embarked upon before. A journey into the boundless, enigmatic heart of the Tao, an ancient, vibrant, and ceaselessly flowing river of universal consciousness that permeates and sculpts the very fabric of all existence. If, like countless souls navigating the complexities of modern life, you have ever felt the persistent, perplexing echoes of unexplainable pain, the insidious grip of unidentifiable fears, or observed patterns of difficulty that stubbornly repeat themselves across your life as if inherited from an unseen, ancient lineage, then rest assured, dear traveler, you are not alone in this deeply profound experience. Many among us, often unknowingly, carry profound energetic burdens that do not originate within this current incarnation, but rather are intricate threads meticulously woven from the vast tapestry of past experiences, or even ancestral wounds that, though silent, unacknowledged and deeply buried, profoundly sculpt and dictate our present reality. This audio course is far more than a mere collection of philosophical teachings or theoretical concepts. It is a sacred, deeply personal, and profoundly compassionate invitation to courageously unravel these unseen, often restrictive and debilitating ties, to fully liberate your very soul from the historical weight of what was, and to consciously, powerfully, and gracefully step into a life defined by authentic, unbridled power and the elegant, natural flow of effortless manifestation. For far too long, the profound, often challenging, yet immensely liberating concepts of past life trauma and the pervasive, subtle influence of ancestral imprints have remained shrouded in mystery, relegated to the esoteric fringes of spiritual inquiry, and understood only by a select few initiates. Yet in this pivotal epoch of accelerating global spiritual awakening, the ancient veils that once obscured these vital truths are rapidly thinning, and humanity is now more than ever prepared and ready to courageously embrace these deeper, often uncomfortable but ultimately immensely liberating realities. Your sacred presence here in this very moment is not a mere coincidence. It is a clear, undeniable testament that a profound, undeniable part of your being, your very soul, yearns for liberation, for a healing so fundamental and pervasive that it reaches down into the deepest recesses of your being, touching and transforming your very core. This immersive, experiential journey transcends mere intellectual understanding. It is meticulously crafted to be a profound process of direct experiencing, radical transforming, and ultimately a powerful, resonant remembering of your innate, divine wholeness. We will embark on a shared, illuminating exploration of the gentle, yet incredibly potent and paradoxically powerful philosophy of the Tao, meticulously uncovering how its central, most enigmatic principle of Wu Wei, often translated as the art of effortless action or even intelligent non-action, a state of being in harmony with the natural flow of the universe, holds the precise, delicate, and immensely powerful key to unlocking these ancient, often calcified wounds and alchemically transforming them into unforeseen sources of unprecedented personal power, spiritual growth, and profound inner peace. Can you begin to truly imagine, with vivid clarity and heartfelt sensation, a life where the lingering, echoing sensations of old pain no longer possess the insidious power to dictate your present choices? Where authentic, uninhibited freedom is not merely a comforting intellectual concept, but a vibrant, fully embodied, and constantly lived reality. Envision a future where your inherent, divinely given ability to manifest your deepest, most heartfelt desires flows naturally with the effortless, boundless grace of a mighty river, entirely unhindered by struggle, resistance, or the heavy weight of inherited burdens. This, dear seeker, is the luminous promise, the deeply transformative potential that the sacred secret of the Tao holds forth for you. We will meticulously guide you through a series of carefully curated practices, profound meditations, and illuminating insights, each precisely designed to honor the deep-seated wisdom embedded within your ancestral lineage, while simultaneously, gently, yet firmly and effectively, releasing the often unspoken burdens, unresolved patterns, and karmic imprints they may have unknowingly carried forward. You will meticulously learn to navigate the subtle, intricate energies of your own luminous being, to precisely identify the elusive, often hidden roots of persistent suffering, and to skillfully apply the timeless, universally applicable principles of Wu Wei to gracefully dissolve these restrictive, limiting patterns. This powerful dissolution will create an open, fertile, energetic space within you, allowing your true, authentic self to emerge and powerfully magnetize a future that is not only vibrantly aligned with your highest potential, but also profoundly resonant with your truest, most expansive and liberated self. This profound journey of healing, remembrance, and self-discovery is, at its very core, an unparalleled act of radical self-love and compassionate self-care. A sacred commitment to initiate healing not merely for your individual self, but for the countless souls who came before you, whose experiences echo within your very DNA, and for the generations yet to come, whose paths will be illuminated and smoothed by the light of your profound liberation. It is a powerful ancestral remembrance that you are, in every sacred sense, a sovereign being, intrinsically equipped with an unerring inner compass, capable of elegantly navigating even the most turbulent storms of life with grace and resilience. You possess within you a divine, inextinguishable spark, an inner light inherently capable of illuminating even the darkest, most forgotten corners of your past, transforming perceived shadows into potent sources of profound insight, wisdom, and strength. Prepare yourself, therefore, to courageously shed the constricting layers that no longer serve your highest good, to joyfully and wholeheartedly embrace an entirely new paradigm of effortless living, and to powerfully awaken to the extraordinary, boundless power that already resides, patiently awaiting discovery and activation within your truly liberated soul. Respire profundamente e conecte-se com a fonte infinita dentro de você. This is your sacred moment to transcend, to transform, and to truly remember the magnificent being you are destined to be. It is time. The concept of Wu Wei, central to our exploration, is often misunderstood as passive inaction. However, it is precisely the opposite. It is an active alignment with the natural flow of existence, a state of dynamic equilibrium where one's actions are in perfect harmony with the universe, leading to effortless effectiveness. When we attempt to force outcomes, to rigidly control every aspect of our lives, we generate resistance. This resistance not only depletes our energy, but often mirrors unresolved patterns, including those inherited from past lives or ancestral lines. These unresolved energies create friction, blocking our natural flow and making manifestation feel like a constant uphill battle. Through the lens of Wu Wei, we learn to identify where we are pushing against the current, where old traumas are subtly dictating our responses, and how to gently release that resistance. By doing so, we create an open channel for healing energy to flow, dissolving the energetic blockages left by past suffering. This approach allows for a deep systemic cleansing that addresses the root cause of the ailing soul mentioned in our title, rather than just treating the symptoms. The beauty of the Taoist path lies in its emphasis on integration, mind, body, and spirit, acting as one coherent system. Healing past traumas, therefore, isn't just a psychological process. It's an energetic recalibration that profoundly impacts our physical well-being and spiritual connection. Our journey will guide you through practices that cultivate this state of effortless alignment. We will explore how to identify the subtle whispers of ancestral wounds within your emotional landscape, recognizing the recurring themes or inexplicable anxieties that might not be entirely your own. We will introduce techniques inspired by Taoist principles to gently acknowledge these imprints without judgment, allowing their energy to surface and dissipate. This process is not about reliving trauma, but about observing its energetic signature and releasing its hold. Think of it as untangling a knot. You don't need to unravel every single thread of the original knot to loosen it. Sometimes, a gentle shift in perspective, a compassionate acknowledgement, is enough to release the tension. Wu Wei provides this gentle yet profound leverage. It teaches us to release the need for frantic effort in healing, trusting in the universe's inherent wisdom to guide us towards resolution. This trust in itself is a powerful healing balm for an ailing soul, often burdened by the need to control or fix everything. As we progress, you will discover how this liberation from past burdens creates an expansive inner space, an open field for conscious manifestation. The power of your intention, no longer diluted by resistance from old patterns, becomes extraordinarily potent, allowing your desires to manifest with an ease you may have never thought possible. Sinta a sabedoria de eras se ativando em seu ser. This activation is not just theoretical, it's a felt experience, a visceral shift in your vibrational frequency. When you release the energetic drag of past traumas and ancestral imprints, your natural state of being elevates. This higher vibration aligns you with more harmonious experiences, people, and opportunities. The Tao teaches us about the interconnectedness of all things, emphasizing that when we heal ourselves, we also contribute to the healing of the collective consciousness. Your journey here is therefore not just for your personal benefit, but a ripple effect that extends outward, touching your family, your community, and even the planet. The liberation of your soul is a gift to the world. We will delve into specific Taoist energy practices such as foundational Qigong movements and specific breathwork techniques that are designed to clear stagnant energy, strengthen your energetic field, and facilitate the natural release of these stored traumas. These are not merely exercises, but sacred movements that connect you to the primal life force, the Qi, allowing it to flow freely and transmute any density within your being. The essence of the Tao, in its simplicity, offers a radical path to wholeness, reminding us that true power lies not in external struggle, but in internal alignment. Through this profound exploration, you will cultivate a deep, intuitive understanding of your own energetic landscape, becoming adept at discerning what truly serves your highest good versus what is merely an echo of a past burden. The aim is not to forget your past, but to transform your relationship with it, to reclaim the wisdom from those experiences without carrying their pain. Wu Wei, in this context, becomes a master key to unlocking your true potential. It's about letting go of the fight, surrendering to the intelligent flow of life, and trusting that the universe is constantly conspiring in your favor when you are aligned with your authentic self. The freedom to manifest the life you desire, to live with profound peace and purpose, becomes not just a possibility, but an inevitable outcome. This foundational page sets the stage for a truly transformative journey, inviting you to open your heart and mind to the ancient wisdom that promises not just healing, but a complete resurgence of your innate spiritual power. The path is laid before you. Are you ready to walk it with courage and an open heart? Page 2. As we delve deeper into this sacred journey, our focus shifts to understanding the subtle, yet profoundly impactful ways in which past life traumas and ancestral imprints manifest within our present experience. These are not merely abstract concepts, they are energetic signatures, deeply embedded within our subtle bodies and even our cellular memory, influencing our emotions, our relationships, and our ability to manifest our true desires. Imagine your being as a magnificent, ancient tree. Its leaves reach for the sun, your conscious aspirations. Its trunk is strong and present, your current life experiences, but its roots extend deep into the earth, intertwining with the soil of past seasons and connecting to the vast network of the forest, your past lives and ancestral lineage. If there are blockages or unresolved issues in these roots, perhaps from sudden shock, prolonged suffering, betrayal, or unfulfilled destinies in previous incarnations, or from traumas experienced by your ancestors, these blockages can restrict the flow of vital energy, impacting the health and vitality of the entire tree. You might experience this as chronic anxiety, persistent financial struggles, recurring relationship patterns, inexplicable phobias, or even physical ailments that defy conventional explanation. The ailing soul isn't just a metaphor, it's a soul that carries unresolved energetic resonance from its vast journey through time and lineage. The Taoist perspective offers a unique and compassionate lens through which to view these phenomena. It emphasizes the principle of flow, the natural harmonious movement of qi, life force energy, through all things. When qi is blocked or stagnant, illness, suffering and disharmony arise. Past life and ancestral traumas are, in essence, points of energetic stagnation or distortion within our personal and collective energetic fields. They create a kind of energetic drag, pulling us back into old patterns even when our conscious mind desperately wants to move forward. For example, an unexplained fear of abandonment might stem from a past life where you were suddenly left alone and vulnerable, or an ancestral trauma where a family member experienced profound loss. These imprints create an unconscious program, an energetic blueprint that continues to draw similar experiences or trigger similar emotions in your current life. Our task, guided by the wisdom of the Tao, is not to force these imprints out, but to understand their nature and apply the principle of Wu Wei to allow them to naturally dissolve, much like ice melting back into water when exposed to warmth. This is the essence of true healing, returning to a state of natural, uninhibited flow. One of the foundational Taoist concepts that provides immense clarity here is the understanding of polarity and balance, the interplay of yin and yang. When traumas occur, they often create an imbalance, a leaning too heavily into one extreme, perhaps an excess of fear, yin, or an overcompensation with aggressive control, yang. Healing involves bringing these energies back into a harmonious balance, not by suppressing one or the other, but by integrating them. When we hold on to past pain, whether consciously or unconsciously, we are holding on to a disharmonious pattern. Wu Wei teaches us to observe these patterns without judgment, to acknowledge their presence without giving them further power, and to gently release our grip. This letting go is not passive surrender in the face of adversity. It is an active, conscious choice to align with the greater flow, to trust the universe's inherent capacity for healing and restoration. It is the realization that by stepping out of the struggle, we allow the intelligent design of the cosmos to facilitate our deepest healing. This is particularly potent when dealing with inherited or past life traumas, as these often feel insurmountable because their origins are beyond our immediate conscious recall. Wu Wei provides a pathway to healing that transcends linear time and personal memory, working directly with the energetic blueprint. To practically begin this process, we must first cultivate a deeper awareness of our own energetic landscape. This involves developing a heightened sensitivity to our physical sensations, our emotional responses, and the subtle whispers of our intuition. Many Taoist practices, such as mindful breathing, breathwork is crucial for moving stagnant qi, and gentle internal qigong, are specifically designed to cultivate this inner awareness. When you sit in stillness, for instance, you might notice a persistent tightness in your chest or a recurring ache in your shoulders. While these could have physical causes, from a holistic Taoist perspective, they can also be energetic repositories of unresolved emotional or past life energy. Instead of resisting these sensations, Wu Wei encourages us to approach them with gentle curiosity. What is this feeling trying to tell me? Where does this sensation originate? By simply bringing non-judgmental awareness to these areas, we begin to loosen their grip. This is the first step in applying Wu Wei to trauma release. Observing, not reacting. Allowing, not forcing. This practice helps us to perceive the patterns that are rooted in old energies, whether they are fears that don't logically belong to our current circumstances or feelings of profound sorrow that seem to come from nowhere. Ancestral traumas in particular are fascinating in their manifestation. Think of the concept of epigenetics in modern science, how environmental factors and experiences can turn genes on or off, affecting future generations without altering the DNA sequence itself. Spiritually, ancestral traumas work similarly. They are energetic imprints, emotional and psychological legacies passed down through the family line, affecting behaviors, beliefs, and even physical predispositions. A common example might be a family history of poverty, where even if you achieve financial success, you might struggle with feelings of scarcity or fear of losing it all. This could be an echo of an ancestor who experienced severe deprivation. The Tao, with its emphasis on interconnectedness and the energetic nature of reality, provides a framework for understanding and resolving these inherited burdens. We recognize that we are part of a larger continuum, and by healing ourselves, we also send healing ripples back through our ancestral line and forward to future generations. This elevates personal healing to a sacred collective act, aligning with the Tao's understanding of the universe as an interdependent whole. The practice of Wu Wei applied here involves releasing the unconscious loyalty to these inherited patterns, allowing yourself to break free with grace rather than struggle. The ailing soul often refers to a soul that feels disconnected, burdened, or out of alignment with its true purpose. This disconnection can be a direct result of accumulated past life traumas and ancestral imprints. When our energetic field is clouded by these unresolved energies, it becomes difficult to receive clear guidance, to hear the whispers of our higher self, or to truly connect with the divine flow of the universe. The Taoist path, through practices of inner alchemy and harmonizing with the natural rhythms of life, aims to purify and strengthen the soul's connection to the Tao, its true source. This purification is not a violent removal, but a gentle shedding, like a snake shedding its old skin. The Wu Wei approach to this shedding process is characterized by ease and grace. Instead of fighting against the ailment, we learn to flow with it, to understand its message, and to allow it to transform. This leads to a state of profound inner peace and an undeniable sense of liberation. The true power of Wu Wei in this context is its capacity to transform internal resistance into acceptance, allowing the soul to heal naturally and restore its inherent vitality. Throughout this course, we will provide you with practical tools and meditations rooted in Taoist wisdom to gently identify, acknowledge, and release these profound imprints. You will learn specific breathwork techniques to move stagnant qi, visualizations to create energetic boundaries and cleanse your auric field, and simple movements inspired by Qigong to restore your body's natural energetic flow. We will guide you on inner journeys to connect with your higher self and receive insights about the origins of your burdens, not to re-traumatize, but to bring conscious awareness that facilitates release. Remember, the Tao always seeks balance, and your soul, in its essence, yearns for wholeness. By embracing the principles of Wu Wei, of effortlessly flowing with life rather than struggling against it, you will unlock a profound capacity for self-healing and manifestation. You are not meant to carry these burdens indefinitely. It is time to free your ailing soul, to reclaim your inherent power, and to step into the radiant, unburdened future that awaits you. Page 3. Now that we have established a foundational understanding of how past life traumas and ancestral imprints manifest and impact our current reality, our journey shifts towards practical application. This page will introduce you to specific Taoist principles and initial practices that enable you to begin the process of releasing these burdens, moving from intellectual comprehension to embodied transformation. The essence of our approach lies in cultivating inner receptivity, creating a spaciousness within your being that allows for the gentle release of old energies rather than forcing them out. This aligns perfectly with the principle of Wu Wei, which teaches us that true power emerges from harmony with the natural flow, not from strenuous effort or forceful confrontation. When dealing with deep-seated traumas, particularly those originating from beyond our current conscious memory, a gentle, allowing approach is not only more effective, but also more compassionate to the soul. One of the most powerful initial practices in Taoism for cultivating this inner receptivity is focused breathwork, or Qi Gong breathing. Your breath is the bridge between your conscious mind and your subconscious, between your physical body and your energetic field. It is the vehicle through which Qi, life force energy, circulates. When we hold tension, consciously or unconsciously, we often constrict our breath, creating energetic blockages. These blockages can hold the resonance of past pain. To begin, find a comfortable seated or lying position. Gently place one hand on your lower abdomen, just below your navel. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe slowly and deeply, allowing your abdomen to rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Focus on making your exhales slightly longer than your inhales, and imagine that with each exhale, you are gently releasing any tension, any worry, any heavy energy that you might be holding. This simple practice, performed consistently for 5 to 10 minutes daily, begins to signal to your nervous system that it is safe to relax and release, initiating the softening of energetic armor that often protects old wounds. This gentle approach ensures that the release is organic and integrated, preventing any overwhelming sensations that forceful release might cause. Another crucial Taoist principle for trauma healing is the concept of yin-yang balance within your emotional landscape. Emotions are simply energy in motion. When an emotion related to a past trauma, e.g., fear, grief, anger, becomes stuck, it creates an imbalance. Instead of flowing through you, it becomes a stagnant pool. The Wu Wei approach to emotions is not to suppress them, nor to explosively express them, but to observe them with non-judgmental awareness, allowing them to transform. When you feel a strong emotion arise that seems disproportionate to your current situation, or one that feels deeply familiar yet without a clear origin, it could be a trigger from a past life or ancestral imprint. Instead of reacting, take a deep breath, acknowledge the emotion, "I'm feeling a wave of sadness right now," and then gently ask it, "What are you trying to tell me? Where do you come from?" Imagine the emotion as a cloud passing through the sky of your mind. You observe it, but you don't cling to it. This observational stance, characteristic of Wu Wei, creates a subtle detachment that allows the energetic charge of the emotion to dissipate naturally rather than becoming further entrenched. This practice gradually dismantles the emotional triggers associated with deep-seated traumas, allowing you to respond to life with conscious choice rather than unconscious reaction. Furthermore, the Tao teaches us about the interconnectedness of all things, emphasizing that our personal healing contributes to the healing of the collective. When addressing ancestral traumas, it is helpful to acknowledge the lineage you come from with compassion, recognizing that your ancestors did the best they could with the resources they had. They may have carried burdens that they were unable to release in their lifetimes, and these burdens can subtly influence you. A powerful yet gentle practice is a simple acknowledgement ritual. Stand or sit in a quiet space. Close your eyes and imagine your parents behind you, and behind them, their parents extending back through generations. Feel their presence. Then, mentally or softly aloud, say, "Dear ancestors, I honor your journey and all that you experienced. I acknowledge any burdens, pains, or unfinished business you carried. With love and compassion, I gently release these burdens from my lineage, knowing that I am free to live my own destiny, and I send healing back through time to you. Thank you." This act of compassionate detachment, performed with the spirit of Wu Wei, effortless release from a place of love, not struggle, creates a powerful energetic shift, breaking cycles of inherited suffering without disrespecting the past. It's a liberation for you and a gentle blessing for them. Visualizations also play a significant role in Taoist healing, acting as powerful tools to recalibrate your energetic field. One effective visualization for trauma release involves the concept of the inner smile. This is a foundational Taoist practice where you direct a loving, smiling energy to your internal organs and systems. For trauma healing, extend this inner smile to any areas of your body where you feel tension or pain, or to your entire energetic field. Imagine a golden, warm light emanating from your heart, spreading throughout your body, dissolving any energetic blockages, stagnant points, or dark spots. Visualize this light gently washing away any lingering imprints of past pain, like water eroding dirt from a stone. This is not about forcing the energy to leave, but about inviting a higher vibration of love and light to gently transmute lower, denser energies. The Wu Wei principle here is evident. You are not fighting the darkness, but simply introducing light, and the darkness naturally recedes. This consistent practice helps to purify your energetic channels and strengthen your aura, making you less susceptible to absorbing new negative imprints and more resilient to existing ones. Finally, integrating the wisdom of Wu Wei into your daily life is paramount for sustained healing and empowerment. This means cultivating a mindset of effortless flow even in mundane activities. Notice where you are resisting or forcing things in your daily routine. Are you rushing through tasks, trying to control every outcome? Pause, take a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I approach this with more ease? How can I align with the natural rhythm of this moment? This doesn't mean becoming passive or inactive. It means becoming intelligently active, acting from a place of inner calm and alignment rather than frantic effort. As you consistently apply this principle, you will notice a profound shift. Obstacles begin to dissolve, opportunities appear effortlessly, and your capacity for manifestation increases dramatically. The healing of past life traumas and ancestral imprints is deeply intertwined with this cultivation of Wu Wei, because when your inner system is flowing harmoniously, it naturally sheds anything that disrupts that flow. Your soul, once ailing, begins to hum with vitality, freed from the chains of the past and empowered to create a vibrant future. This page marks the beginning of your active participation in this profound liberation. Page 4. Having diligently laid the crucial groundwork for understanding and beginning the process of releasing the energetic imprints of past life and ancestral traumas, our transformative journey now pivots decisively towards the expansive and exhilarating domain of manifestation, understood through the deeply liberating and profoundly effective lens of Wu Wei. The true multifaceted power inherent in releasing these ancient, often subtle yet profoundly impactful burdens is not merely about attaining a superficial state of fleeting peace or temporary calm. Rather, It is fundamentally about reclaiming the immense energetic bandwidth that was, for so long, consumed and constrained by the unresolved resonance of past suffering and inherited patterns. This newly liberated, pristine energy becomes an incredibly potent and readily available fuel source for conscious, intentional creation. When your soul is no longer ailing, meaning no longer burdened, dragged down, or unconsciously pulled by the gravitational force of old wounds, fears, and limitations, its inherent, divine manifesting power, which is always by its very nature perfectly aligned with the Tao, can finally operate without the debilitating resistance and friction that previously held it captive. This, dear seeker, is precisely where the profound concept of Wu Wei truly shines in its practical everyday application. It's not about manifesting through forceful exertion, rigid control, or strenuous effort, but rather through harmonious alignment, graceful fluidity, and a deep inner congruence that allows your deepest desires to unfold naturally, effortlessly, and organically from within your being. Let us consider your human energetic system as an intricate and magnificent network of interconnected rivers, streams, and channels, constantly flowing and intermingling. When the deep imprints of past life traumas or the subtle energetic signatures of ancestral patterns exist within this system, they act with remarkable precision, akin to invisible dams or powerful blockages strategically placed to restrict the natural, vibrant flow of qi, the fundamental life force energy. This insidious restriction prevents the full, uninhibited expression of your unique life purpose and creative potential. This energetic stagnation often manifests in profoundly frustrating ways as persistent struggles, unexplained limitations, or recurring difficulties in specific vital areas of your life, be it your financial abundance, the quality and dynamics of your relationships, your physical health and vitality, or your professional path and career trajectory. Even when your conscious mind is desperately trying to push forward and break free, the universal law of attraction, a principle widely discussed and often misunderstood in spiritual circles, operates on the immutable premise that like attracts like. Therefore, if a significant part of your energetic field is still resonating, however subtly, with the vibrational frequency of past trauma, fear, or lack, it will inevitably, almost magnetically, attract experiences, circumstances, and individuals that mirror and reinforce that very frequency, thereby perpetuating insidious cycles of suffering and limitation. Our dedicated work in the preceding pages was precisely aimed at gently yet effectively dissolving these energetic dams and blockages through conscious, expansive breathwork, empathetic emotional observation without judgment, and powerful ancestral release rituals, all meticulously performed with the non-forcing, allowing, and deeply compassionate energy of Wu Wei. Now, with these vital energetic channels clearing, the natural inherent current of manifestation can finally flow unimpeded, carrying your intentions with it. Wu Wei, when consciously and skillfully applied to the art of manifestation, is emphatically not about passive wishing and merely waiting for things to happen. On the contrary, it is about actively and intentionally aligning your inner state, your beliefs, your emotions, your vibrational frequency, with your desired outer reality, and then taking inspired, effortless action that feels inherently joyful, authentic, and naturally aligned with your highest good. It is about cultivating a profound, unshakable trust in the universe's infinite intelligence and your innate, divine ability to consciously co-create your reality. Once the energetic drag of past traumas and ancestral imprints is significantly reduced or entirely released, your intentions become incredibly potent, focused, and powerful, like a laser beam. Imagine for a moment attempting to steer a magnificent sailboat with a disproportionately heavy anchor still dragging stubbornly behind it, deep in the seabed. Even with the most powerful winds filling its sails, progress would be agonizingly slow, arduous, and frustrating. However, remove that heavy anchor and suddenly, with minimal effort from the wind, the boat glides swiftly, gracefully, and effortlessly across the water. The lingering past traumas are those heavy anchors, and your liberated, unburdened soul is the magnificent boat, now finally free to navigate the vast open waters of manifestation with unparalleled grace, speed, and joyous ease. This, dear one, is the profound power transformational we have been discussing, the awe-inspiring ability to influence and shape your reality not through strenuous force or relentless struggle, but through harmonious, effortless alignment with the universal flow. To practically and effectively harness the principles of Wu Wei for manifestation in your post-trauma liberated state, begin by clearly and vividly defining what it is you truly wish to manifest in your life. However, instead of merely stating the desired external outcome, focus intensely on cultivating and deeply experiencing the feeling of already having achieved it. For example, if your heart's desire is financial abundance, instead of just repeating affirmations about money, visualize yourself living a life of profound security, uninhibited freedom, and overflowing joy that abundance genuinely brings. Then, with deep intention, connect this powerful positive feeling to your newly liberated and expansive energetic state. Respire profundamente e conecte-se com a fonte infinita dentro de você. As you breathe, consciously imagine this radiant feeling expanding from your heart center, permeating every cell of your being, and then effortlessly extending outwards like a vast, magnetic field into the boundless universe. The quintessential Wu Wei aspect comes into play as you consciously, completely, and gracefully let go of the attachment to how your desires will manifest. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, intricate design, and compassionate intelligence, knows the most effortless, efficient, and benevolent path to bring your desires into fruition. Your sacred role, then, is to hold the clear, unwavering intention and to embody the vibrant, vibrational frequency of your desire, trusting implicitly in the Tao to orchestrate all the intricate details. This is the true meaning of mastering Wu Wei, acting not from a place of anxiety, fear-driven control, or desperate struggle, but from a profound state of deep trust, inner peace, and harmonious surrender to the cosmic flow. Furthermore, authentic post-trauma manifestation through the lens of Wu Wei involves developing a heightened sensitivity to and courageously acting upon what we can call inspired nudges or intuitive impulses. As your energetic channels continue to clear and purify, you will inevitably begin to receive clearer, more precise intuitive guidance. This might manifest as a sudden, brilliant idea, a subtle, undeniable pull to contact a specific person, an unexpected opportunity that simply feels right in your gut, or a synchronous encounter. These are not random occurrences or mere coincidences. They are the universe, in its boundless wisdom, responding directly to your clear, vibrational intention, presenting you with the most effortless, aligned pathways to your desires. The true Wu Wei practitioner doesn't overthink these divine nudges. Instead, they act upon them with unwavering confidence, elegant ease, and a deep understanding that this is the natural, benevolent flow of the Tao guiding them precisely where they need to go. This is the profound, effortless action aspect of Wu Wei in its purest form. It's not about doing nothing or waiting passively. It's about doing the right thing at the right time with minimal internal resistance, friction, or doubt. This approach stands in stark contrast to old ingrained patterns, where fear, self-doubt, or procrastination, often deeply rooted in unresolved past trauma, would cause hesitation, indecision, or lead to actions born of desperation rather than genuine inspiration and alignment. The profound liberation from these internal conflicts and blockages allows for a fluid, natural, and accelerated progression toward your most cherished goals and aspirations. Consider, too, the ancestral dimension in the grand tapestry of manifestation. Just as ancestral traumas can act as powerful energetic blocks, subtly inhibiting our flow, so too can the powerful ancestral blessings, strengths, and wisdom be consciously activated and drawn upon to powerfully aid our manifestation process. When you consciously and compassionately release inherited burdens, you are simultaneously opening yourself, becoming a receptive vessel to receive the positive legacy of your lineage. Qualities such as profound resilience, boundless creativity, ancient wisdom, spiritual protection, and even inherent abundance that your ancestors may have possessed, cultivated, or passed down through their positive experiences. This is a crucial and often overlooked aspect of holistic healing and integrated manifestation. By honoring your roots, acknowledging your lineage, and clearing what no longer serves your highest good, you actively create a stronger, purer, and more expansive energetic foundation for receiving all the good that the universe has in store for you. The Tao, in its timeless wisdom, always teaches the principle of balance, honoring the sacred past while fully embracing the vibrant present and consciously co-creating a magnificent future. Wu Wei profoundly facilitates this deep integration, allowing you to draw upon all your available resources, both personal and ancestral, in an effortless, harmonious, and highly effective way. Your soul, once ailing and weighed down by unresolved karmic debt or inherited patterns of lack, now becomes a powerful magnet for the highest good, creating a ripple effect of profound healing and abundant prosperity, not only for yourself, but for your entire lineage, both past and future. In conclusion, dear seeker, the arduous yet immensely rewarding journey of healing past life and ancestral traumas is, in essence, the essential sacred prelude to truly mastering the art of manifestation through the profound wisdom of Wu Wei. It systematically removes the unseen, insidious blockages that have persistently hindered your natural energetic flow and creative expression. With your energetic channels meticulously cleared, purified and expanded, and your soul finally freed from its ailment, its past limitations and burdens, your inherent capacity to align with the Tao's effortless, infinite creative power is magnificently unleashed. You learn to implicitly trust the divine timing of the universe, to gracefully follow inspired action without hesitation, and to authentically embody the vibrant, vibrational frequency of your deepest desires, thereby allowing them to manifest with a grace, ease, and perfection that is truly transformational and awe-inspiring. This, and nothing less, is the very essence of tapping into your inherent Poda transformational, a profound understanding that true, boundless power is not found in struggle, relentless effort, or external control, but in harmonious, effortless, and joyful alignment with the infinite intelligence of the universe. You are now boldly stepping into a new, exhilarating phase of empowered creation, meticulously guided by the timeless, immutable wisdom of the Tao. Page 5. As our sacred journey unfolds, having meticulously addressed the profound task of releasing past life traumas and ancestral imprints, we now arrive at a pivotal stage, the practical, embodied integration of Wu Wei as a master key for manifestation. This isn't merely about intellectual understanding, it's about a deep, cellular shift in how you engage with life, creating a continuous flow of abundance, well-being, and purpose. The ailing soul, once burdened by unseen historical ties, is now undergoing a profound renewal, and with this renewal comes an unprecedented capacity to co-create with the universe, not against it. The essence of Taoist manifestation through Wu Wei lies in aligning your internal landscape, your thoughts, emotions, and energy, with the natural, effortless flow of the Tao, allowing your desires to materialize with grace and ease, much like a seed effortlessly growing into a magnificent tree when provided with the right conditions. The greatest obstacle to manifestation, even after significant trauma release, often remains resistance. This resistance can be subtle, manifesting as self-doubt, hidden fears, or a lingering belief in scarcity, all of which can be echoes of unacknowledged past life patterns or ancestral scarcity mindsets. Wu Wei teaches us to identify these subtle forms of resistance, not by battling them, but by observing them without judgment, much like watching clouds drift across the sky. When you feel a wave of doubt, instead of trying to push it away, acknowledge it. Ah, here is the feeling of doubt. I see you. By simply observing, you create a separation between yourself and the emotion, preventing it from taking root and dictating your energetic vibration. This act of non-resistance is the first crucial step in allowing abundance to flow freely into your life. The Tao always seeks the path of least resistance, and when you embody Wu Wei, you become that path, effortlessly drawing to you what is aligned with your highest good. To deepen this practice, let us explore the profound connection between the liberated soul and the art of effortless manifestation through gratitude. Gratitude is not merely an emotion, it is a high vibrational frequency, a powerful energetic state that instantly shifts your perception from lack to abundance, from limitation to possibility. When your soul is no longer consumed by the echoes of trauma, it naturally gravitates towards a state of appreciation for the simple act of being. This state of genuine gratitude is a direct alignment with the Tao. As you consciously declare, "I am gratitude," imagine this frequency expanding from your heart, permeating every cell of your being, and radiating outwards into the universe. This isn't just a mental exercise, it's an energetic recalibration. When you vibrate at the frequency of gratitude, you become a powerful magnet for more things to be grateful for. Wu Wei in this context means effortlessly being grateful, rather than forcing gratitude. It's an organic overflow of appreciation for the cleared space within you, for the newfound lightness, and for the endless possibilities now unfolding. Another vital application of Wu Wei in post-trauma manifestation involves cultivating a state of inner spaciousness. Our modern lives often condition us to fill every moment with activity, to constantly strive and push. However, true manifestation often requires periods of quiet receptivity, a void into which new possibilities can emerge. This void is not emptiness, it is fertile ground. If your inner world is constantly cluttered with anxious thoughts about the future or rumination about the past, even the past that has been healed, if you continue to mentally revisit it, there is no space for new inspirations, intuitive nudges, or aligned opportunities to enter. Wu Wei encourages deliberate moments of non-doing, or rather, effortless being. This could be simply sitting in nature, observing your breath without agenda, or engaging in gentle, repetitive movements like a slow Tai Chi form. These practices create inner stillness, allowing the universe to communicate with you through subtle insights and opening the energetic pathways for effortless manifestation. The paradox is that by doing less, in terms of forceful striving, you often achieve more, precisely because you are aligning with the inherent efficiency of the Tao. Furthermore, let's consider the specific nuances of manifesting after ancestral trauma release. When ancestral patterns of lack, struggle, or limited belief systems are released, you are not only freeing yourself, but also creating an opening for the flow of ancestral blessings. Many lineages carry a rich heritage of resilience, wisdom, resourcefulness, and even material abundance that may have been overshadowed by more recent or prominent traumas. By consciously declaring, "I am gratitude" for these positive legacies, And by practicing Wu Wei in releasing the negative ones, you activate a powerful ancestral current of support. Imagine a vast river of resources flowing down through your lineage. If there were blockages, traumas, in the river, the flow was restricted. By clearing these blockages, you allow the full, pristine flow of ancestral strength, wisdom, and abundance to reach you. This adds an incredible dimension of power to your manifestation efforts, as you are not only drawing from your individual spiritual power, but also from the accumulated wisdom and positive energetic resonance of generations past. This is true Poda transformational, a holistic transformation that extends beyond your individual self. The Wu Wei approach to taking inspired action is crucial here. Once you have cleared your energetic field and connected with your desires from a place of gratitude and inner spaciousness, intuitive nudges will arise. These are not grand, dramatic calls to action, but often subtle inclinations, a sudden urge to research a particular topic, a feeling to reach out to an old acquaintance, or an unexpected synchronicity that opens a door. The Wu Wei practitioner responds to these nudges with effortless flow, without overthinking or second-guessing. They trust that these are the universe's signals, guiding them along the path of least resistance towards their manifested desires. This contrasts sharply with a hustle culture mentality, where action is often forced, driven by anxiety, and creates more resistance. The effortless action of Wu Wei is deeply effective because it is perfectly aligned with the cosmic flow, requiring minimal effort for maximum impact. It's like sailing with the wind at your back, rather than rowing against the current. Finally, maintaining your liberated state requires ongoing commitment to these Taoist principles. It's not a one-time fix, but a continuous journey of alignment. Regular practice of the breath work, gratitude declarations, inner spaciousness exercises, and mindful attention to inspired action will solidify your new energetic blueprint. Your ailing soul transforms into a radiant, self-sustaining source of light and creation. The true secret of the Tao is its profound simplicity. When you are in harmony with the universal flow, life becomes an effortless dance of manifestation. Your past no longer defines you. Instead, it becomes a source of wisdom from which you have elegantly liberated yourself, now free to create a future limited only by your imagination and your willingness to flow with the Tao. This marks a profound shift from struggling to survive to effortlessly thriving, becoming a living testament to the transformative power of the Tao and the sacred secret it holds. Page 6. Having now embraced the profound wisdom of Wu Wei as a conduit for effortless manifestation and understanding the vital role of gratitude and inner spaciousness, our journey progresses to a deeper exploration of action within the Taoist framework. It is a common misconception that Wu Wei implies passivity or inaction. Quite the opposite. It signifies action, taken from a state of perfect alignment, where one's choices flow naturally and powerfully from an inner sense of harmony, rather than from frantic effort or external pressure. This aligned action is particularly potent after the soul has been liberated from past life and ancestral traumas, as it is no longer tainted by unconscious fears, self-sabotage, or inherited resistance. The truly free soul acts not out of compulsion, but out of inspiration, and this distinction is the bedrock of powerful manifestation. Consider the metaphor of a skilled boatman navigating a river. A novice might row furiously against the current, expending immense energy for little progress. The master boatman, however, understands the river's currents, the subtle eddies, and the optimal times to hoist the sail or dip the oar. He uses the river's own force to propel himself forward, acting with minimal effort for maximum effect. This is Wu Wei in action. In the context of healing and manifestation, the river is the Tao, the cosmic flow of life. Past life traumas and ancestral imprints are like internal currents that pull us off course, creating energetic drag and leading to actions that feel forced or unproductive. When these internal resistances are cleared, you become the master boatman of your own life, effortlessly navigating towards your desires. Comente: eu sou ação alinhada para sentir a força do fluxo divino em suas escolhas. By consciously declaring, I am aligned action, you activate this inner boatman, affirming your commitment to move with the current of the Tao. The challenge for many is discerning between action driven by fear or old patterns and genuinely inspired action. This discernment becomes sharper as your energetic field is cleared and your soul's connection to its intuitive wisdom strengthens. Inspired action often feels light, expansive, and even joyful. It doesn't come with the heavy weight of shoulds or the anxiety of what if I fail. Instead, it feels like a natural impulse, an inner knowing that this is the next step to take. For example, after healing a past life trauma related to public speaking, you might suddenly feel an uncharacteristic urge to present an idea, or an opportunity to share your story might effortlessly appear. Responding to this impulse with Wu Wei means taking the step without overthinking, trusting that the universe is providing the perfect pathway for your manifestation. This contrasts with previous patterns, where an internal voice, rooted in old fear, might have created elaborate excuses to avoid the opportunity. The liberated soul, free from these old programs, flows directly into its highest potential. Moreover, the integration of Wu Wei in daily life extends beyond grand manifestations to the smallest choices. Every decision, from how you begin your day to how you respond to minor inconveniences, can either align you with the Tao or create subtle resistance. The practice is to pause, breathe, and ask, what is the path of least resistance here? What action feels most harmonious and effortless in this moment? This doesn't mean avoiding challenges, but approaching them from a place of inner calm and ingenuity rather than struggle. For instance, if you encounter an unexpected obstacle, instead of pushing harder, a Wu Wei approach might involve stepping back, reassessing, and waiting for an intuitive solution to emerge, or exploring an alternative path that presents itself with surprising ease. This continuous micro-alignment with the Tao gradually reprograms your subconscious, replacing old trauma-based reactions with fluid, empowered responses, fundamentally transforming your relationship with effort and outcome. In the context of ancestral trauma release, aligned action takes on a powerful collective dimension. As you liberate yourself from inherited burdens, you are not only creating space for your own manifestation, but also becoming a beacon for your lineage. Your actions, when aligned with the Tao, send ripples of healing and empowerment back through your ancestral line, subtly influencing the energetic patterns of your family. This is why your personal transformation is never truly just personal. It is a sacred act that resonates across time and generations. For example, if your ancestors struggled with scarcity, your effortless manifestation of abundance, achieved through Wu Wei, breaks that energetic pattern not just for you, but for the collective memory of your lineage. It demonstrates, on an energetic level, that abundance is possible and accessible, creating new pathways for future generations to follow with greater ease. You become a living embodiment of liberated power for your entire ancestral tapestry. The practical application of I am aligned action includes mindful observation of impulses. Pay close attention to subtle urges, ideas, or desires that feel inherently good, light, and exciting, rather than those driven by fear, obligation, or a sense of should. These are often the whispers of the Tao guiding you. Releasing outcome attachment. Once you've taken an inspired action, practice releasing your attachment to the specific outcome. Trust that the universe, operating through Wu Wei, will bring about the highest good in the most effortless way. This doesn't mean you don't care about the outcome, but you don't force it. Embracing synchronicity. Be open to coincidences. These are often divine signals, confirming that you are on the right path. Wu Wei teaches us to flow with these synchronicities rather than dismissing them as random. Learning from resistance. When you feel resistance, instead of pushing through it forcefully, pause. Ask yourself if this resistance is an old trauma pattern resurfacing, or if it's the Tao signaling that this is not the most aligned path right now. Sometimes the most aligned action is to wait, to breathe, or to reevaluate. Cultivating joy in action. Wu Wei actions often bring an intrinsic sense of joy and ease. If an action feels heavy, draining, or forced, it may not be in true alignment, and it's worth revisiting your internal state. The ailing soul often stems from a history of acting against its true nature, pushing upstream against the currents of life due to unresolved pain. By integrating Wu Wei and embracing aligned action, you are fundamentally altering this dynamic. You are retraining your being to move with the universal flow, to trust your intuitive guidance, and to manifest your deepest desires, not through struggle, but through effortless grace. Your personal power is not about exerting control over the universe, but about aligning yourself so perfectly with its intelligent design that your desires naturally unfold. This is the ultimate liberation, the freedom to create a life of purpose, joy, and abundance, knowing that every step you take is supported by the boundless wisdom of the Tao. You are not just healing, you are becoming a living, breathing embodiment of divine flow. Page 7. As our profound spiritual journey progresses, having meticulously explored the liberation from past life and ancestral traumas, and the art of aligned action through Wu Wei, we now arrive at a crucial stage, cultivating and embodying energetic resilience. This is not merely about bouncing back from challenges, but about transforming your entire energetic system into a robust, self-regulating mechanism that can navigate the inevitable fluctuations of life with unwavering grace and power. An ailing soul is often one that lacks this foundational resilience, easily overwhelmed by external pressures or internal echoes of old pain. However, a soul liberated and aligned with the Tao develops an intrinsic strength that allows it to remain centered even amidst chaos, and to transform potential setbacks into opportunities for deeper growth and manifestation. Energetic resilience, from a Taoist perspective, stems from a deep cultivation of inner harmony and a continuous connection to the boundless flow of qi. When your energetic channels are clear and your inner yin and yang forces are balanced, you become less susceptible to absorbing negative energies from your environment or being triggered by residual imprints of past trauma. Imagine your aura, your energetic field, as a protective shield. If this shield is weakened by unresolved energetic debris, like unhealed past life wounds or ancestral burdens, it becomes porous, allowing external negativity to penetrate and internal vulnerabilities to be easily activated. Our previous work has been akin to purifying and strengthening this shield, and now we focus on maintaining its integrity and enhancing its regenerative capacity. By consciously affirming, "I am divine resilience," you are actively programming your energetic field for strength, adaptability, and an unshakable connection to your inner divine core. One of the most powerful practices for cultivating energetic resilience is consistent grounding. In Taoist cosmology, connection to the earth, yin, and heaven, yang, is paramount. Many past life traumas involve disembodiment or a severing of our connection to the physical plane due to intense pain or sudden transitions. Ancestral traumas can also create a feeling of being unrooted, particularly if a lineage experienced forced migration or loss of land. Grounding involves consciously connecting your energy to the Earth's core, drawing up its stable, nurturing energy into your being. A simple yet profound grounding exercise is the rooting meditation. You stand or sit comfortably, close your eyes, and imagine roots extending from the soles of your feet deep into the earth, past layers of soil and rock, until they reach the fiery core of the planet. Feel the earth's warm, stable energy rising up through these roots, filling your feet, legs, torso, and entire being. As this energy fills you, imagine any remaining energetic residue of past pain, any lingering fear or instability, being absorbed by the earth for transmutation. This practice not only enhances stability, but also replenishes your vital energy, making you less prone to fatigue and emotional overwhelm, which are common manifestations of an ailing soul. Furthermore, Taoist wisdom teaches us about the cyclical nature of energy, emphasizing the importance of rest and renewal. In our modern, fast-paced world, there's often an unconscious drive to constantly do and achieve, which can lead to burnout and depletion, especially for those who have carried heavy energetic burdens. Wu Wei, in its deepest sense, embraces intelligent non-action as part of the flow. Energetic resilience isn't just about how much you can endure, it's about how effectively you can regenerate. This involves honoring your body's need for deep rest, allowing your mind to quiet and engaging in activities that genuinely nourish your soul, not just stimulate it. This might include spending time in nature, engaging in creative pursuits that bring you joy, or simply allowing yourself moments of quiet contemplation without agenda. These periods of conscious replenishment are not luxuries. They are fundamental to maintaining a vibrant, energetic field, preventing the reaccumulation of dense energies that could otherwise re-trigger old traumas or block your manifestation flow. Another critical aspect of resilience, particularly after releasing ancestral patterns, is the cultivation of energetic boundaries. Just as a strong fence protects a garden, healthy energetic boundaries protect your personal space from absorbing unwanted energies from others or from the collective consciousness. When your soul was ailing, these boundaries might have been weak or non-existent, making you overly empathetic, easily drained, or susceptible to others' emotional states. As you heal, you learn to establish and maintain clear, compassionate, energetic boundaries. This doesn't mean building walls, it means discerning what is yours and what is not, and consciously choosing what you allow into your energetic field. A simple visualization exercise for this is to imagine a bubble of pure, golden light surrounding your entire being, from head to toe. This bubble is permeable to love and positive intentions, but acts as a gentle shield against any lower vibrations or discordant energies. Affirm, my energetic boundaries are strong and clear. I only allow in what serves my highest good. This practice, performed daily, reinforces your divine resilience and ensures that your newly liberated energy is used for your creation, not for carrying others' burdens. The concept of divine resilience also implies an unwavering trust in the Tao's benevolent order, even when challenges arise. Life will always present situations that test our resolve. However, the liberated soul, grounded in Wu Wei, understands that these challenges are not punishments, but opportunities for refinement and deeper alignment. Instead of collapsing under pressure, you learn to flow through obstacles, finding creative solutions that emerge effortlessly from a calm, centered state. This is the ultimate expression of your Poda transformational. Not avoiding difficulties, but transforming your relationship with them, becoming an alchemist of your own experience. For example, if a perceived setback occurs in your manifestation journey, instead of viewing it as failure, a resilient soul asks, "What is the Tao teaching me here? How can I flow with this unexpected turn?" This shift in perspective transforms struggle into a dance and fear into a catalyst for innovative action. Finally, maintaining your liberated, resilient state requires ongoing self-awareness and self-care. It's a continuous process of checking in with your energetic field, identifying any subtle signs of tension or depletion, and applying the Taoist principles we've discussed. Regular practices like the inner smile, mindful breathing, grounding meditations, and conscious periods of rest become non-negotiable elements of your daily routine. They are not chores, but acts of profound self-love that sustain your vibrant, energetic state. Your ailing soul has transcended its past. It has been freed and empowered. Now, it is your sacred responsibility to nourish and protect this newfound liberation, allowing your divine resilience to shine forth, radiating light and effortless abundance into every aspect of your life. This is the promise of the Tao, a life lived in harmony, power, and boundless grace, forever free from the shadows of the past. Page 8. As we approach the culmination of our transformative journey, having navigated the depths of past life and ancestral trauma release, mastered aligned action, and cultivated divine resilience through Wu Wei, we now arrive at the profound understanding of unity consciousness. This is the ultimate state of liberation for the ailing soul, the realization that separation is an illusion, and that you are an integral, interconnected part of the boundless Tao. This understanding is not merely philosophical. It is an embodied truth that dissolves all remaining fears, scarcity mindsets, and fragmented identities that may have been remnants of old wounds. When you consciously experience yourself as one with the universe, manifestation becomes effortless. Healing is perpetual, and your life flows in perfect harmony with the divine orchestration of existence. The core teaching of the Tao, emphasized by ancient masters like Lao Tzu, is that everything is interconnected. The individual is not separate from the collective, the past is not truly separate from the present, and you are not separate from the source of all creation. Past life traumas and ancestral imprints often create a deep sense of separation, a feeling of being isolated in your suffering, cut off from support, or estranged from your true power. This feeling of disconnect is the very essence of an ailing soul. The healing practices we've engaged in thus far, breathwork, gratitude, energetic boundaries, and aligned action, have systematically dismantled these layers of separation, revealing the underlying unity that has always been present. Now our focus shifts to consciously embodying this unity, allowing it to become the default state of your being. Comente: Eu sou a unidade para manifestar a conexão divina em tudo. By affirming I am unity, you are not just stating a belief, you are activating a powerful energetic frequency that resonates with the fundamental truth of the cosmos. To practically cultivate unity consciousness, begin by expanding your awareness beyond your individual self. Start with your immediate environment. Feel the air on your skin, hear the sounds around you, notice the ground beneath your feet. Recognize that these elements are not separate from you. You are constantly interacting with them, breathing them in, being supported by them. Extend this awareness to nature. Spend time outdoors, observing the interconnectedness of ecosystems, how trees provide oxygen, how water cycles, how all life forms depend on each other. Feel your own breath becoming part of the Earth's breath, your heartbeat synchronizing with the pulse of the planet. This practice gently dissolves the boundaries of your ego, allowing you to experience yourself as a part of a larger, living whole. When you feel this connection, the weight of individual burdens lightens, because you realize you are supported by the infinite intelligence of the universe, not left to struggle alone. Furthermore, Wu Wei, in the context of unity, means recognizing that your manifestations are not solely for your personal gain, but contribute to the greater good. When you act from a place of unity, your desires naturally align with the highest good of all. This is not about self-sacrifice, but about realizing that your highest joy and fulfillment are intrinsically linked to the well-being of the collective. For instance, when you manifest abundance, a soul in unity consciousness will naturally find ways to share that abundance, to contribute to the upliftment of others, or to support causes that benefit the planet. This effortless giving and receiving is the natural flow of the Tao. The ailing soul often manifests from a place of desperate need or perceived lack, leading to manifestations that may be temporary or feel unfulfilling. The liberated soul operating from unity manifests from a place of overflowing abundance, creating a virtuous cycle of giving and receiving that perpetually expands. Your personal Poda transformational becomes a beacon for collective transformation. Consider the role of compassion in embodying unity. Compassion, from a Taoist perspective, is the natural outflow of recognizing your interconnectedness with all beings. When you see others, even those who may challenge you, as part of the same universal fabric, judgment dissolves and empathy arises. This deeply impacts the final release of any lingering ancestral or past life resentments. For example, if you carried an ancestral trauma of betrayal, truly embracing unity consciousness helps you to see the betrayer, not as a separate entity to be feared or hated, but as another facet of the universal experience, perhaps even carrying their own unhealed wounds. This perspective allows for a profound, final release of the energetic hooks that might still connect you to those painful memories, because your heart is no longer closed off by the illusion of separation. Wu Wei here means effortlessly extending compassion, not forcing it, simply allowing your heart to open as a natural consequence of realizing unity. The practice of conscious contribution is another powerful way to integrate unity. This is not about sacrificing your desires, but about recognizing how your unique gifts and manifestations can serve the whole. Perhaps your manifestation of vibrant health inspires others to heal, or your financial abundance allows you to support initiatives that create positive change. When you consciously align your manifestations with this broader purpose, your energetic frequency elevates, and the universe responds with even greater opportunities for flow and abundance. The ailing soul feels isolated and separate, believing it must hoard resources or compete. The liberated soul in unity understands that the universe is infinitely abundant and that by contributing to the whole, you naturally receive more. This profound shift in perspective transforms the very nature of manifestation from a personal struggle to a joyful co-creation with the Tao. Finally, maintaining unity consciousness requires ongoing awareness of your thoughts and beliefs. Any thought that reinforces separation, I am alone, I am not enough, the world is against me, is a subtle echo of the ailing soul. The Wu Wei approach is to observe these thoughts without judgment, acknowledge them as old programs, and gently recenter yourself in the truth of your interconnectedness. Imagine these thoughts as leaves floating down a river. You see them, but you don't grab onto them. You allow them to pass, always returning your awareness to the boundless flow of unity. Regular meditation practices that focus on universal oneness, interconnectedness visualizations, and spending time in nature can help solidify this state. Your healing journey culminates in this profound realization. You are not just a healed individual, but a radiant expression of the unified field of consciousness, eternally connected to the source of all power, all love, and all creation. This is the true meaning of freeing your ailing soul, allowing it to remember its inherent divinity and its unbreakable bond with the Tao. Page 9. We have journeyed together, profound seeker, through the ancient, ever-flowing wisdom of the Tao, delving into the intricate and deeply transformative process of healing past life traumas and meticulously liberating your soul from the subtle yet pervasive chains of ancestral imprints. We consciously embraced Wu Wei as the sublime art of effortless action, learning to align ourselves perfectly with the boundless cosmic flow for powerful, graceful manifestation. We cultivated an unshakable divine resilience, meticulously grounding ourselves in an inner strength that transcends all external fluctuations. And finally, with open hearts and minds, we awakened to the boundless, unifying truth of unity consciousness, recognizing our intrinsic, unbreakable interconnectedness with all of existence, from the smallest atom to the grandest galaxy. Now, as we arrive at the profound culmination of this sacred audio course, it is not merely time to intellectually understand, but to fully, deeply, and viscerally embody the magnificent transformation that has occurred within your very being, to courageously step into your complete, limitless, and unbridled potential. The ailing soul, once burdened by unseen historical ties and the echoes of unresolved pain, is no more. In its sacred place now stands a radiant, sovereign, and eternally free being, ceaselessly connected to the very source of all creation, flowing with unparalleled grace and manifesting its highest desires with unprecedented ease and profound joy. The ultimate, yet paradoxically simple secret of the Tao lies in its profound emphasis on returning to your true, unadulterated and original nature. For far too long, humanity has been subtly conditioned, generation after generation, to believe, consciously or unconsciously, that life must inherently be a struggle, that true healing is an arduous, difficult battle, and that genuine manifestation requires immense, exhausting effort and constant pushing. These deeply ingrained beliefs are often inherited, passed down through countless generations of struggle, scarcity, and survival, or powerfully imprinted from past lives where basic survival was paramount and abundance felt like an elusive dream. However, the timeless wisdom of the Tao reveals a radically different truth, a truth that liberates. Your natural, inherent state of being is one of effortless flow, boundless abundance, vibrant well-being, and profound inner peace. The traumas you once carried, whether from distant past lives or inherited through your ancestral lineage, were akin to layers of thick dust accumulating on the surface of a magnificent, pristine mirror, obscuring your true, luminous reflection. Our shared journey throughout this course has been precisely about gently and lovingly wiping away that dust, not through forceful scrubbing or violent removal, but by patiently allowing the inherent, radiant light of your own soul to shine through, unhindered and brilliantly. Comente, Eu sou infinito para transcender todas as limitações. This powerful affirmation is not merely a hopeful wish or a fleeting desire. It is a profound, resonant declaration of your deepest, most fundamental truth. You are, in every sacred sense, boundless, eternal, and intrinsically connected to the infinite creative power and boundless intelligence of the universe. To truly integrate this final, liberating stage of transformation, embrace the concept of perpetual flow as the guiding principle in your daily life. Understand that healing is not a finite destination to be reached, but a continuous, dynamic journey of deepening alignment with the Tao. Just as a magnificent river never ceases its flow, constantly adapting its course and gracefully shaping its landscape, your energetic system will continue to refine itself, purify, and expand. This inherently means consistently maintaining and actively engaging in the powerful practices we've meticulously explored: conscious, expansive breathing, moments of profound, heartfelt gratitude, observing emotions with the non-judgmental wisdom of Wu Wei, consciously connecting with and activating ancestral blessings, practicing unwavering grounded presence, and taking inspired, aligned action. These are not burdensome chores to be ticked off a list. They are vital, nourishing acts of profound self-love that consistently sustain your awakened, luminous state. When you feel a subtle, energetic shift, a faint echo, or a whisper of an old patterning resurfacing, instead of resisting it with fear or frustration, greet it with gentle awareness, acknowledge its presence without judgment, and allow it to gracefully dissolve back into the greater, infinite flow of the Tao. This ongoing conscious vigilance, combined with a deep, compassionate, non-judgmental acceptance, ensures that your newly liberated soul remains vibrant, clear, and unburdened by the shadows of the past. The profound power inherent in the declaration, "I am infinite," actively transcends all previously perceived limitations, whether they were self-imposed, inherited, or imprinted from past experiences. When you genuinely embody this cosmic truth, deeply feeling it in every cell of your being, fear, in all its myriad forms, loses its insidious grip entirely. The nagging fear of not having enough, the crippling fear of not being enough, or the anxious fear of not achieving enough, which are often deeply rooted in past life experiences of scarcity, deprivation, or ancestral traumas of survival, begins to rapidly dissipate and dissolve. You awaken to the liberating realization that you are an endless, inexhaustible wellspring of potential, constantly and unconditionally supported by the infinite abundance and intelligence of the universe. This profound realization allows for an entirely new level of unwavering courage in your manifestations. You become willing to dream bigger, to set intentions that once felt impossibly out of reach, to fearlessly pursue passions that previously triggered overwhelming self-doubt, and to wholeheartedly embrace opportunities that you would have once dismissed. The Wu Wei principle here is to act from a profound place of unlimited possibility, trusting implicitly that the universe possesses an infinite array of solutions, resources, and pathways available to bring your highest desires into tangible form. Your Poda transformational expands exponentially, boundlessly, because you are no longer constrained or limited by the energetic blueprints, restrictive patterns, or finite expectations of a struggling, fear-based past. Furthermore, recognize with deep reverence that your unique, courageous journey of liberation, healing, and awakening serves as an incredibly powerful and radiant beacon for countless others. As you continue to consciously embody the timeless principles of the Tao and live authentically from a place of profound unity and infinite potential, your very existence becomes a living, breathing inspiration. You demonstrate through your effortless flow, your inner peace, and your radiant presence that true holistic healing is undeniably possible, that even the heaviest burdens from the past can be gracefully shed, and that a life of unbridled joy, effortless manifestation, and profound purpose is not just an ideal, but an attainable reality for all. This powerful ripple effect extends far beyond your immediate circle, subtly influencing and uplifting the collective consciousness, contributing significantly to the global spiritual awakening that is unfolding. You are not merely healing yourself. You are, by your very being, a catalyst for the healing of the world, a living testament to the transformative power of divine love and wisdom. This elevated understanding deepens your sense of purpose, meaning, and contribution, transforming any remaining vestiges of the ailing soul into a powerful, unstoppable force for good, a conduit for universal benevolence. Your life becomes, in essence, a living, vibrant testament to the sacred, timeless secret of the Tao. The final, crucial integration also involves a deep, profound acceptance of the natural cycles of life. The Tao, in its infinite wisdom, teaches the fundamental principle of balance, growth and decay, expansion and contraction, light and shadow, beginnings and endings. Even in your newly liberated, awakened state, there will inevitably be moments of challenge, periods of seeming stagnation or unexpected turns. However, with your newly developed divine resilience and your expanded unity consciousness, you will now navigate these natural cycles with unparalleled grace, wisdom, and inner peace. You will understand that these experiences are not punishments, failures, or setbacks, but inherent parts of the natural flow, divine opportunities for deeper wisdom, profound refinement, and accelerated spiritual growth. Wu Wei, in this ultimate context, means gracefully surrendering to these natural rhythms, trusting implicitly that even in moments of perceived winter or dormancy, new growth, profound insights, and incredible opportunities are being prepared, nurtured, and orchestrated beneath the surface of apparent stillness. This radical, compassionate acceptance frees you from the exhausting need for constant perfection or relentless striving, allowing you to embrace the fullness, richness, and beauty of your human experience while remaining deeply, irrevocably connected to your divine essence and your infinite potential. As you step forward from this moment, carrying the profound wisdom and the transformative power of this audio course, always remember that the tools, insights, and principles shared herein are not external mandates or rigid rules. Rather, they are inner pathways, sacred keys to unlock your own inherent wisdom, your dormant power, and your boundless potential. The Tao resides within you, guiding you unerringly to your highest truth, your deepest purpose, and your most expansive destiny. Your soul, once burdened by the echoes of time, the weight of past pains, and the limitations of ancestral patterns, is now truly, gloriously free. Free to create with joy, free to love without inhibition, free to experience the boundless beauty and infinite possibilities of existence. You are a living, breathing testament to the transformative power of the Tao, a radiant example of a soul that has bravely healed its past, courageously embraced its inherent power, and magnificently awakened to its infinite, eternal nature. This, dear one, is not an ending. It is a glorious, luminous new beginning. The journey continues, now guided by your fully liberated spirit, flowing effortlessly, joyfully, and boundlessly with the infinite Tao. Sinta a sabedoria de eras se ativando em seu ser. This sacred activation is not a singular event. It is ongoing, perpetual, and ever-expanding. Go forth, manifest your wildest dreams, live with unshakable resilience, and shine your infinite brilliant light upon the world, illuminating the path for others. The sacred secret is now yours to live, to embody, and to share.